Welcome to Vimy Ridge. It was June 3rd of this year. My wife Casey and I had always wanted to see the Vimy Ridge Monument and Memorial in Vimy, France. And this is it. And there's a lot of signs there telling you where to go and where not to go in terms of getting blown up. This was the original Canadian flag at that time, back in 1917. And it's even a little different from the red ensign we remember as kids. But you walk by that, and over on the horizon is the monument, the Vimy Ridge Monument. And this was a monument to the most famous battle in Canadian history. It happened on Easter Sunday, 1917. This ridge was very important to the Allies. The English and the French had not been able to capture it. And it wasn't until the Canadians captured it on April, I'm going to say 17th, Easter Sunday, 1917 anyway. Many of these electric fences and warnings, there's still a lot of unexploded ordnance and shells, and in the high grass are the old German machine gun nests and pillboxes. This ridge was very important because it overlooked the rail lines and it controlled getting things in and out of the coal regions that are nearby. The town of Vimy is close by. That's where these people are jogging up from. This monument was opened, or dedicated I should say, in 1936 by King Edward VIII, the Queen's uncle. And 10,000 people came to the original unveiling. During World War II, Hitler gave specific instructions to the German soldiers that these monuments were not to be desecrated or damaged in any way, because Hitler had a great deal of respect for the foot soldiers he faced in World War I. The only caveat was that there was 2 statues here of Canadians bayoneting Germans. Those were removed. Otherwise, the Robert Allward statues that are on this statue are the original, although they have been refurbished because they rededicated this monument in April of this year. The Queen, the President of France, and Stephen Harper were there. This is actually a crypt. There's 6,000 unknown dead underneath this monument, and their names are carved all the way around the base of the monument. This monument sits on top of the ridge, and the ridge overlooks the Douai Plain. The Douai Plain is a plain on the eastern side of this ridge, which there's the names of the unknown soldiers who were buried underneath this actual statue. And the Douai Plain is to the east of this monument, and it was amazing for Canadians when they finally were able to capture this ridge in April of 1917. They'd been living behind this ridge for 2 or 3 years, surrounded by mud and dirt, and when they finally came up and overlooked the ridge to the east, they saw green fields, farms, and it was just an amazing sight to them because they'd waited years to actually get to that point. And that's what it's like back there. That's looking northeast, the town of Lens. Fortunately you can't see it, but there's 2 huge slag piles like pyramids from the coal mines there. But this is what the Canadian objective was, to get to this ridge, to get over the top of this plain. And they managed to achieve that on Easter Sunday, 1917, the date on which it is felt Canada came of age as a nation. And 250 acres here is all Canadian land. It belongs to Canada, and this is truly an inspirational place to visit. And it's about 120 miles northeast of Paris, and I recommend it to anybody. And there again is an old German machine gun nest, but I just thought you'd like to see what Vimy Ridge looks like, because it truly is an amazing place and a true monument. And there's the line behind which all 250 acres belongs to our country as a permanent gift from the people of France for the sacrifices that were made here in World War I.